Henry was the best striker for me in the Premier League.
Could be Michael Jordan of football.
Yes, he had everything.
Maybe the Frenchman with just a little sharper turn of pace. Henry! Oh! What a strike by Henry!
Looking up to him, shoulders back, his smile, even his haircut. Remember his haircut? High top.
In Champions League, he was exceptional, scoring goals.
He's special in every way. He doesn't really have weaknesses in his game.
Biggest talent ever, maybe, in football.
Thierry
Henry.
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry.
How good was Thierry Henry? Imagine being a defender. You see him standing on the left wing, calm, almost relaxed. He's not rushing. He's not panicking. He's just watching you. One small body feint, one smooth touch forward, and in a split second, he's gone. You try to chase him. Too late. You stretch your leg. Wrong move. You look up. The ball is already in the net. That wasn't just speed. That wasn't just skill. That was Thierry Henry.
Henry was the best striker for me in the Premier League.
Was he?
Yeah, for me.
Go on, why?
Drifts all over the pitch. Love that out on the left wing. You can't go out there. When he comes inside, gets ahead of steam, he's dribbling. That's a problem for you. You know what I mean? Could run in behind you, skillful, strong. He had everything. He was the one player, the one striker that, I felt that could embarrass me if I have an off day. Other than that, didn't really feel like it.
Henry for me was a total game changer at the time. Playing in that era, I was looking at him thinking, if I want to be the best, if I want to win the Golden Boot, how am I ever going to compete with that? He's just bigger, faster, more skillful. He was everything. Whereas a lot of the other players on there, were amazing players, don't get me wrong, but you always felt, well, yeah, I can score the goal he scored, or I could. Thierry Henry, you just couldn't match.
Henry. Again, Almeida couldn't stay with it. Henry scored a terrific goal. His first as an...
Thierry Henry was never just a normal footballer. From his very first touch, you could feel something different. The way he carried himself, the way he controlled the ball, the confidence when facing any defender. He didn't just react to the game, he anticipated it. He always seemed one step ahead, playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
Thierry Henry from 2002 to 2004, when I went to play against him, I was only thinking about him, and it affected my game. And one of the most embarrassed I've been on a football pitch was the goal Liverpool conceded at Highbury, where Thierry Henry goes on a run and I sort of fall over and cower. And I'm that embarrassed because it's not me, it's not my way of thinking. But it was Thierry Henry effect. And what he's doing is, he's making defenders not think, can I stop him playing well? Can I stop him scoring? No, defenders are going into games thinking, don't embarrass me. And that's what I used to feel against Thierry Henry. If he scored, or he did okay, as long as he didn't embarrass me.
Yeah, Thierry, I think, together with Lionel Messi, they are the two players that I felt much stronger when I was on a football pitch. As a man with me, I would say he's at the same level of Patrick. With me, zero doubts that Thierry helped me so much in my career when I was younger. And every time he used to catch me, for 5 minutes, said, you have 2 minutes, and it ended up like being 3 hours. So after, when I was leaving the hotel sometimes to do something, I was looking from the elevator side, to see if he was around. And then I was leaving, sometimes so I couldn't stop. Otherwise, I knew that I was not gonna get wherever I had to go.
For me, Thierry, we have something, and I always talk about Thierry about that because he was a player who, if he had to feed him, it was great. But if he doesn't have the pass, he was able to get the ball, dribble 2-3 players, and score.
Beautiful balance, and he's got the cross in, and Henry has taken it down and scored a blunder.
Yes, he was fast, but his intelligence made him unstoppable. He didn't run without purpose. Every movement had intention. Every sprint had timing. It felt like the game slowed down for him, like he could see spaces before they even existed. That combination of pace and vision made him terrifying to defend.
He brought so much to the Premier League, didn't he? He did bring that flair, he brought that pace, skill, I think everything you need as a top-class forward he sort of brought, but he had his own unique style, which was amazing.
Biggest talent ever maybe in football. Had everything you dream to have when you're a football player. Highly intelligent, analyzes very quickly, great pace, great power, great jump. He used only 50% of his jumping power to score goals, because he could have been a tremendous header of the ball. He didn't fancy it too much, but he had aspects in his game that he didn't explore completely, you know. Still, in the modern game, what he did is just amazing.
Very quick, strong, unpredictable, use both feet, strong, powerful, like it.
Henry made the difficult look effortless. His dribbles weren't flashy for attention, they were efficient. One touch to shift the ball, one subtle movement to break a defender's balance, and suddenly he was through. It was football played with elegance, smooth, controlled, beautiful.
One player that you were frightened of?
Henry, you would know, mate. He was so quick.
Honestly, I'm still terrified of him now.
He was the best by far, and he had everything. His movement, go short, go in behind, right and left foot. He was incredible. But literally the night before games, he would be the one player in my career that I thought,
you know, physically he was so gifted. Because not often you see players that are that big and that can run. He's got skills, that can finish. But I just felt like he was just completely different to anything I'd seen before. I remember saying to him, like, can I have your shirt after the game? You know, you're a young player. The game finished, and we went back into the change room. So I sat there and thought, he's forgot. I remember there was a knock on the door, and he came in, actually gave me a shirt, like, wrote a long message, and I was like, wow, that was unbelievable. So, yeah, good guy in that. But just completely just different to what I've seen before. I just felt like he had everything. Probably the best player that we've seen in the Premier League, in my opinion.
Overdid that now. Now here's a situation that Thierry Henry could exploit against Chris Berry. It's the classic 1 against 1, and Henry's beaten him, and Henry has scored! Oh yes! 2-0 to Arsenal.
Well, I trained against him every day. Thierry Henry was just quite incredible. An Olympic sprinter, not wearing spikes, but with football boots on. He was just, honestly, and in 2003, 2004, he just became like an animal on the pitch, so driven. We're great players who had really big careers.
The best and the fastest thing you've ever seen, so powerful. There was one day, right, this is one of my favourite ever Thierry stories. He was the nicest guy in the world, by the way. He would look after every youth team player like they were like his kids. Like, he was obviously the front cover of like Pro Evo. He'd come in that day, like 30 Pro Evos just chucked on the dressing room floor, and PSPs, he'd be like, here you go, that.
Fans didn't just admire him, they felt connected to him. There was a calm charisma about him, a quiet confidence. Even rival supporters couldn't deny his greatness. When he played, people stopped what they were doing to watch, because you always felt something special could happen.
Possessed by Thierry Henry, that's Adebayor. Good touch from Emmanuel Adebayor. Thierry Henry scores! What a magnificent goal!
I think I heard you mention him, that he could be Michael Jordan of football.
Yes, he had everything.
It's funny because there was times you'd watch Arsenal and then we're getting in a game and people are holding us out, and then Thierry would have like 5-10 minutes of his best and the game is over.
Yeah.
Over.
You know, a lot of people talk about Ronaldo, the Brazilian.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree when the people say he's one of the best strikers, but this guy, for me, is like Ronaldo.
Yeah?
Yeah, for everything. He have everything. It's for me. It was a perfect striker. Left, right, strong, quick, and with the ball. And he scored a lot of goals.
Arsenal were catching us up. We looked at Henry, he was outside left in Monaco. The big change that made Arsenal was reinventing Henry, and the goals, I mean, it was fantastic.
An entire generation grew up trying to copy him. His running style, his signature finish, his composed celebrations. Young players didn't just want to score like him, they wanted to move like him. He wasn't just a star, he was a role model. Proof that football could be both powerful and graceful.
Henry!
Looking up to him, shoulders back, his smile, even his haircut. You remember his haircut? High top.
It wasn't the thing that struck me back then. It was more, it's more his talent.
No, but first, you look at the appearance, don't you? And then you move on to the football. And he used to have his long socks above his knees, his boots, the vapors.
Thierry Henry deserves it like 10 times because I think he was fantastic in the Premier League, but also with the national team, and in Champions League he was exceptional, scoring goals, winning games on his own and for his team. And I mean, we're talking about Thierry Henry. I don't know if there's anything more to say.
Henry's greatness was never loud. It was controlled. He didn't need to shout. He didn't need drama. His football spoke for him. His presence alone could change a match. Not through chaos, but through confidence and class. That's what true greatness looks like.
He's special in every way. He doesn't really have weaknesses in his game. He makes it look so easy. He can create goals, he can score goals. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, and then he's got his skills as well. And to come across a player like him, I think you can only do that once in every 100 years maybe.
Someone, instead of someone that inspired me. So when I went to the Premier League, played against Arsenal, I always wanted to do well, to show him that, hey, TT, I'm here, you know, like there's another striker that you inspired who's here.
Play it in.
Thierry Henry isn't just a name in football history. He's a feeling, a memory, a highlight you never forget. For Arsenal fans, he's a king. For football fans, he's an icon. And for defenders who faced him, he was a nightmare. Thierry Henry didn't just play the game, he elevated it. If you enjoyed this video and want more legendary football stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next icon.